So why are we doing this? What is this? Hi.
We wanted to, this is our take two, by
Take
the way,
two.
of
Yep.
our intro. We were,
Welcome you to something we have no idea what it is,
yes,
right?
yes. And also just tell you why we're doing this and to give you a little bit of background.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let Lisa start because it's because of her that I'm here. So I'll let her give a background.
Okay. So welcome to, we have no idea what we're calling it, so we'll figure that out as soon as we get the plan. Real quick, I don't think we're going to tell our whole stories here. Just tell you that about 2.5 years ago, God put it on my heart that it was time to quit talking just to my friends about it, and I needed to start getting bigger and telling more people about who he is and what he's been showing me, because it was different than what I'd heard in church. Not different in that it was more complete. That's the best way I know to say it. It wasn't different and wrong. It was different, and there was so much more that he had for us. And when I would tell people, they would say, "Oh, you need to talk." Oh. Do we do that? Okay, wait. Oh, darn it all.
I say we keep it.
All right, going?
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, we're going to keep going.
Tech difficulties.
Yes, send donations. Just kidding. Totally not kidding. All right,
Our
we
new
got
tripod.
it. And
Put some super glue on it.
right. Okay. Is it going to get our heads? Are we there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so I'm back. So my friends were saying, you got to tell people if this is true, all that. So my church gave me the opportunity to start a small group. I opened my door, and it was incredible what we just began to see, and just having women come together. I guess that would be the big thing, because women we get so divisive and just in ourselves, and everybody that would walk through that door, God just had it in my heart that we pray that he would unite us around his word, and that our heart would be to know his word, not to read books, and books are great, but not to read books about raising kids or getting along with our husbands, just because on my heart I believe all of that is in knowing his love, that all of the rest will make sense. So we came from that, and what we saw was amazing. And it's been about a year now that I have felt this just push that it was time to bring this to a close, the small group, which was funny because I love everybody so much and we have such a good thing going, and he just keeps showing me more, and I kept thinking, this doesn't even make any sense. I mean, I love to write and I love to talk, but what do I do then? I don't have small group. Like, it was really hard. I think I stopped small group for about 40 days and prayed through it and then started again, and it's been good. He's been doing awesome things, but I've known that it was time to get out there, because there's more people that need to know. And so, gosh, last month I think it was, I finally realized that it's time to stop doing what we've always been doing so he can do what's next. And this seems to be what's next. So what we're doing is, it's going to be, depending on everybody's schedule, we are going to do small group with you together, just like we do, because I do believe that it's not normal what God's doing here. It's not every day. I shouldn't say that. It's supposed to be that living supernaturally is supposed to be every day, but I've not experienced it until we started, meet. So sometimes it'll be me, sometimes it'll be me and Nancy, sometimes it'll be Nancy, sometimes it'll be all the rest of the group. It depends on how everybody's schedule works, but our heart is to kind of talk through life, but with the lens of seeing it through the cross. And just whether it's talking about things that we've heard at church or heard other people say, and how does it line up with the fact that Jesus says his last words were, "It is finished." And if it's finished, then why are we living like it's not? You and me both. So that's why we're doing this. So you're going to see a bunch of people talking around a table, and with coffee sometimes, hopefully, right, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, awesome.
Food too, sweets too.
Oh, yes. Awesome. So that's why we're here. Our heart is that you would know the Lord in a way that will blow your mind and make you look at the Bible and realize how much he actually loves you, despite what anybody's ever thought they knew. And it'll be awesome.
Yeah, and also as far as the group goes, I think what we realized, and I can just speak for myself too, is that I can't do this life alone. I can't. I can't be a great friend. I can't be a great wife, a mother. and to continue to keep God first in all of those when I'm on my own defenses day in and day out and the world is just coming at me, right? Or just so I think we realized also how crucial it was, even though small group, even though that vehicle was ending, right? That we still needed to have another vehicle, which is this format, to continue to meet and to continue to talk about it and to continue to share stories, faith building stories, because that's really what it is. I leave our meetings and I leave our time together just renewed in faith when I see where God is working in Lisa's life or in one of the other ladies' lives, and prayers that have been answered, maybe something we've circled for a long time actually come to fruition, and I need that every day. I you forget everyone's got great intentions to read the Bible every morning or get up early or go to service on a Sunday or meet with someone, but life just gets in the way. Life just gets busy. We have kids, we have families, we have our own careers or dreams we're trying to pursue or aspire to, but I found as an individual that if I missed a week, if I missed a Tuesday with this group, that the week just didn't go as smoothly, for many different reasons, and I just forgot who I was. I forgot whose daughter I was. I forgot what God's called us to do. I forgot the relationship. I forgot how close He wants me to be with Him, and then I also just remembered how important His Word was and how alive it really was. And a lot of that is what we're going to share with you, and that's a lot that we've learned from Lisa too. Is just how to read the Word. To ask questions, to understand the context that it's in, what was going on in Jesus' time that this was said, what was the political arena, to learn a little about it so we can apply it to our lives and how that really applies to our lives. And then the Bible is just not a word, or it's just not a 15-minute activity that you check off a box every day. But it's actually a learning time, and you could become in relationship with Him. And He isn't way up there anymore. He's right here, and where we start seeing Him more. And I see God all the time now. I see Him every day. I see Him in His sunshine. I see Him in conversations we have, and I think that's what it is we wanted to bring the atmosphere that we create in this small group time, where we don't want it to end on Tuesdays with a much broader audience. Yeah. And that's really our heart, and I'm learning. We're learning. I turn to Lisa a lot, but we're all in a learning stage, and we just want to share. We want to share who He's been to us, share our faith stories, so that your faith continues to grow, that you look for ways every single day to see Him, and that when you read His Word, it becomes more alive and meaningful, and then just that holy hunger inside of you to just get to know Jesus better. So
yeah, and you heard her say she learned things from me, and by the grace of God, that was
yes.
true. But I tell you, the only reason I'm doing this, and this is crude, and we're just sitting here, and I've talked myself out of it so many times of, you don't have a face for Lisa, or you don't know enough, all that. I don't. But the fact is, He does, and He's taught me through other people. And my heart is when I see these different people I've heard online or that are getting shared amongst it, there's messages out there that aren't in line with His heart, and it breaks my heart that the best way I know how to describe it is, I'll give you an example real quick. My dad, it's me and my brother and my dad, and we're the only two kids, and my dad recently died. He passed away, and my experience with my dad is super different than my brother's, although we both love him so much. And all I can say is the difference is my brother has lived the last 10 plus years on the other side of the country, and he didn't day in day out, he didn't get to hear from my dad. He didn't go through life with, they talked every couple months. My experience was much different. For most of my adult life, we lived on the other side of the wall in the apartment with him, or he lived in my basement. We had an in-law suite for him and my mom, and we just did life together. That was what it was. And that's what I liken to what I see out there, is a lot of people who know of God, who he is their father, they believe in Jesus, but they don't do life with him. They haven't purposed to put him before their thoughts. Their words are more important. Their opinions on the politics or whatever they see, they want their word out there. And I want so badly for people to know my dad, his heart. And so that's why we're doing this. That's why we're going to be crazy vulnerable and mess up and drop the tripod like we just did. And yeah, so that's what we're doing.
Yeah, so welcome to this journey with us, and we look forward to sharing it with you.
Awesome. See you next time.
Bye-bye.